Welcome to Gurney Shifting. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 44 of Fast 5.
Hey, this is Hernan Reyes from Fast 5, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for joining me. How did your line delivery go?
Oh, man, I just realized I forgot the line.
Oh,
and
you didn't
I
do your
forgot
homework?
to text you to ask you what the line was. But, and all right, to be fair, I thought about it twice because I heard the episode and I thought, oh, shoot, I need to use that.
Right.
Then I forgot about it again.
I did use the line, but I kind of cheated because I did it like 15 minutes after we stopped recording.
Yeah? How did it go?
I said, nice legs. What time do they open? To my wife.
Right.
And she said 24/7.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
I think just for me. I think.
Just for you.
I hope.
We can hope.
Yeah.
She's a patron, of course.
Yeah, she is a patron. Oh, also.
Oh.
Congratulations to our two patrons.
Yeah, double winners this month. Double whammy.
Yeah, it was a big giveaway this April. We had...
Got like some squeaky pipes. What's going on
somebody's
here?
turning the
the faucet outside.
Yeah, of our skyscraper.
That's true. It's like 68 degrees out. Of course, they got to turn the sprinkler on to run through it, right?
Right. And it goes...
Imagine if interior faucets sounded like exterior faucets. That's such an exterior faucet sound.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I bet our listeners can't hear that. But
Thank
it's such
goodness.
a screechy sound. I don't even know what to compare it to. A turkey call.
Very much like a turkey call, actually. Yeah. Congratulations to Amateur Dad and Snack Man.
Yes.
They're winners. And get excited because this month, we're giving away.
The Wokar nose wax kit.
The Wokar? Is that the name of the brand?
Wokar? I think it's spelled Wokaar. How would you pronounce that?
Oh, yeah. Wokar.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I upgraded. I got the ball wax kit here.
I don't think we're doing that on the show.
We're live streaming, right?
Yeah.
All right. No, just kidding.
All right,
It's Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Well, we're a little late. So
Yeah.
We got
Margarita.
Hornitos Margarita. It's nothing special. I mean, it's special because it's Cinco de
special.
Mayo, but it's not going to make your
What
eyes
is
water.
this different than just
or-
tequila? A sensational sharp margarita crafted with Hornitos Plata tequila and triple sec.
It has tequila in it.
Should we put ice in these?
In a margarita? Oh, and salt.
Well, doesn't it say on here?
What's it say?
I mean, it says
Ryan's a direction follower.
On the rocks.
It's the brand.
OTR.
I mean, we could.
Nah,
Do you want
that's
to pour?
all right.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't got
we'll
time
just-
for that.
yeah.
We got to keep rolling
The listeners want to hear us talk about Fast and
All right.
Furious.
That's right. So...
Where'd you see this at? The liquor store?
I was at a little event, where they were a little like small batch liquor event. You get together with all these people producing their own stuff. It was a really nice event in town. And I thought I would support a local business.
I don't know what event.
No, it
you're
was at
talking
PA Wine and Spirits. Why does PA own all of the liquor?
Yeah, do you remember? I just thought of
It's
this
so
the other
weird.
day. During COVID, remember they were shutting the liquor stores down?
Yeah.
And like people were rushing to the liquor store. Like, you got to go. I
Yeah.
got to stock up. Got to get my, handles of everything I like.
Yeah, what will we do?
Yeah.
And the other thing that was hilarious was all of the liquor companies couldn't sell their liquor, so they started making hand sanitizer. Do you remember that? There's like
I
all
remember
these
a lot of hand sanitizer.
vodka companies
Oh, really?
that were literally using their vodka bottles, and they added some type of gel or something to make their vodka into a sanitizer. Because it was like you couldn't get sanitizing stuff anywhere. Even the gym had like they used to have. The gym we went to at the time had these like wipes you'd pull out of this like bucket. It was like a big
to wipe
white
down your
bucket.
machine.
Yeah. And then it ran out, so they started handing out rags at the front. And they had people doing laundry constantly to give you these rags, and then
my
a
word.
spray bottle. You had to keep a spray bottle. I don't know. It's probably just water.
When I
How
was
would you know?
at Planet Fitness, they always have just had like a spray bottle of something and a roll of paper towels.
Yeah.
So like you're on this machine, and you get it all wet with sweat because you're working so hard. Getting ripped and swole and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have to leave your machine to walk to the nearest trash can
Yeah.
where they have these bottles with paper towel.
Right.
And then you're like, I need to do this. But somebody could be wanting that machine as soon as you're done.
Right.
So now you come back with your paper towel and sanitizer, and they're already on there.
Has
soaking
it
your
happened?
Sweat. Well, they're like standing there, and I'm like, oh, let me just quick clean this.
Yeah,
You're waiting
I've done
for it.
that where I was like, let me wipe this off quick.
Yeah.
The weirder.
Sorry, it's so sweaty.
Yeah. To me, it's weirder though when they wipe it off. Like you get up and then they
Like you cleaned it, and
you
now
cleaned
they're
it,
about
and
to
then
use
they
it,
come
and
up
they
and
clean
wipe
again.
it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry. I didn't realize it was that
I didn't
thick.
get it all. I didn't get it all the spots.
So, how's
Yeah.
your margarita?
Let's give it a whirl here.
Oh, tastes like Mexico, baby.
It is good.
That is good. Hornitos. That's a pretty go-to tequila for me.
Tastes like it's got sour mix in it, but I guess maybe that's the triple sec. I guess.
I mean, I think margarita is tequila and like sour mix.
Yeah, but on the bottle it just said triple sec and tequila.
Oh, they give their ingredients out?
Well, I'm just reading this.
Isn't triple sec?
I like to read, kind of a bookworm.
Yeah. Hornitos Plata tequila and triple sec. It's crafted with it, so maybe that's the secret
Okay.
ingredients. Who knows?
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I
All
guess we're watching a movie here, huh?
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be.
So they're in the warehouse. There's a lot of, what do you call this?
Tension.
Tension,
Yeah.
animosity.
Well,
Do a lot
nobody
of
even
these-
knows Gal Gadot. The only person that
Yeah.
knows her is Vin Diesel. Well, I guess Bryant. Yeah,
Right.
Brian.
And I'm also realizing Vin Diesel doesn't know half these people.
Yeah, he doesn't know Roman.
Like, a lot of these people don't know each other. But it is super weird to be like, we're getting hired to do this illegal job. We're going to be doing, like, some illegal stuff.
Right.
Dangerous things. People might die. We might have to kill people. Like, probably not, but you never know.
Right.
It's happened. So you don't know. The type of people you're meeting might be some pretty rough individuals. And then you're meeting these people, and you're just, like, pulling guns on them. And, like, I mean,
Right.
like, come on.
She's got to make a name for herself.
Yeah, you feel like
Yeah.
that you'd approach this a little more, all right, let's figure out who's who and who's
Right.
important, what's
Right.
going on. Right. Yeah. A lot of egos here. I
Rather than
guess.
come up with a stupid line. I feel like Roman Pierce is what I would consider an alpha male.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say a jock.
Yeah.
Are jocks alpha males?
Probably. Depending on if they were
Or
captain
they
or
want,
not.
They want to be.
Yeah, they would like to be. All right. So, if you remember from the last minute, his line to Gal Gadot or Giselle was, "Nice legs, baby girl. What time do they open?"
Right.
Doesn't even know this person. And she, why do you
Oh,
keep
boy.
doing that?
Oh, boy.
It's
We
this
saw
Windows
your
11.
shortcuts.
What is it?
All right. Yeah, well, let's look what Ryan's got open here. It's 61 degrees in Elizabethtown right now. We're not in Elizabethtown. Why is it giving you E-Town weather?
We found $1 cash back.
S&P's
Coupons.
doing all right.
Yeah. Oh, Dave Ramsey says crucial advice. If you're not watching, you're not understanding what we're talking about.
Yeah,
But Windows 11 has this feature. If you like put your cursor too far
to the left.
to the left, it brings up this like side panel that I keep accidentally
Yeah.
opening.
It's like all the things they think you're going to be interested in,
Yeah.
but we're actually not into sports or the stock market
Yeah.
or investing at all. So,
Yeah. All right. So, what was I gonna say?
she said, or he asked her,
Oh yeah.
what time do your
they-
legs open?
And she responds with, "They open the same time I pull this trigger."
Yeah, she's got a gun
That's
pointed at
dangerous.
us.
That's a dangerous philosophy to live by.
See, I don't know if he is an alpha male.
You don't think so?
I think he
He's just a
wants to
clown?
be.
It's just a clown.
Because as she has a gun pointed at him, And she says this to him. His face goes blank.
Yeah.
He looks scared. Like, I feel like alpha male's like, I'm going to take control of this situation. And she's alpha female, I think, right here.
Apparently. And so then she says, want me to open them?
Want me to open
Meaning,
them?
like, do you want me to pull this trigger?
Oh, yeah, or open her legs. Because it
Right.
happens at the same
It
time.
happens at the same time. Every time? That's a dangerous lifestyle.
Yeah, seriously. She sounds like a single mom to me.
It's like after
She'd almost have to be, right?
imagine getting married to her on your wedding night. You're like, why do you have a pistol?
Yeah.
Like, what's about to happen here? She's like, well, I kind of have this philosophy I live by.
All right, who's the rapper standing there?
Luda?
Ludacris. All
Yeah.
right. He's like, yeah, I'm actually okay with that.
He's like, please.
But he is standing right. He's like spectating this whole thing from
Yeah.
3 feet away, like, oh, snap.
I feel like, people do hold their guns like this,
Oh,
sideways.
It's so cringy, though.
Like, would you take her more seriously if she held it like you're supposed to? Like,
No.
when
Oh,
like,
yes,
you see
yes,
like
for
police,
sure.
like they like hold it like up close like this, when they're like
Yeah,
going
like
into a building.
correct
Yeah.
form,
Right.
where you're bracing and you're looking at your
It would
sights.
have much less effect.
I
if
guess
she
we
was
should
like,
explain. She has her arm out at full extension and the gun turned flat
yeah,
to the
45
side,
degrees.
like she's in the hood.
yeah.
And I don't know why. Why do they do that?
It looks cooler.
I guess you could still aim that way.
Yeah, don't you think it looks cooler though?
I think it did, but now it's almost been made fun of so many times
Right.
that, like, I don't know. We should go to like a firing range sometime and just shoot like that the whole time, and get really good at it. That would be the best part.
I
Like
don't-
any gun, just sideways,
Yeah.
You're like, look,
That's
these
probably
guys.
one thing I don't feel the need to get really good at.
shooting a gun.
Shooting a handgun.
No,
Yeah.
me either.
Yeah. It almost doesn't even like appeal to me at all. Like I enjoy going like claybird shooting
Mm-hmm.
because there's that
Level of
socializing
and
there's,
competition. There's
right.
like a game to it.
right? But just to like I know people I work with them that'll go to the range and just like shoot off 100 rounds. I'm like, why?
Right, yeah. I
guess just to get better.
maybe I should be careful here. We got some patrons that are big gun people, but I feel like so much of it is this like you feel sort of powerful when you're shooting a gun.
Oh yeah,
And so if you're out at the range, like boom, boom.
yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. This doesn't seem like a situation that this skill is going to be useful in. Even if you're hunting, like I used to hunt, and before we went out, we'd shoot our rifles, and
Right.
we'd shoot them sometimes 2 times, and you're
Right.
like, okay,
It works.
It's hitting the target where I'm
Right.
aiming it at.
Right.
We're good.
I'm
Sometimes
shooting
a
it
few
up.
more times if you need to adjust your scope.
Right.
But it's not like I need to keep shooting to practice. Oh, I'm getting really good at like you just put the crosshairs on it
Right.
and pull the trigger. There's not
Like a lot of like pistol is gonna be like
handgun stuff's different.
right, like a handgun. You're gonna be like, this is for home defense, right?
And there's
gonna
more
be-
skill to be able to, like the sights aren't like a scope is literally when you're hunting you often are bracing against something, so it's very easy to keep your scope steady and you're putting the crosshairs right on something, and if your scope is set right, it's just pulling a trigger.
But if it's for home defense, you're probably shooting 10 to 15 feet away.
In the dark.
If you can't hit somebody
In
10 to
the dark.
10 to 15 feet away, yeah. I mean, if that's why you're going to practice to shoot a target at 25 yards, I don't know.
How many people do you know?
I don't have any rooms in my house that big.
No. Right. But still, how many people do you know that have had to fire a gun in their house?
Nobody.
Me either.
Yeah.
I don't even know anybody that knows somebody that's happened. So you're really practicing for something pretty. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It's
Yeah.
just a little obscure.
Yeah.
There was a comedian that did a bit on this. And the one part, it's a whole thing about guns, but the one part he's like, so you're telling me someone's going to break into my house, sneak into my room, and I'm supposed to wake up from a dead sleep, find my gun in the dark, point it at them, and shoot them before they do anything?
Right, right.
Like,
And
yeah,
a lot
that's
of it's
true.
like oh, I got this safe and it's a BIOS safe, so I just
Yeah.
put my finger here and it pops open, and I'm like, you gonna be able to find that at 2 a.m.?
Oh,
Like, I don't
seriously.
know.
My kid gets up to ask for a glass of water, and I don't know where. I don't know what day of the week it is.
Right,
I don't even know whose house I'm in, which is weird because you think I would assume that I'm in my own house, but when I wake up in the middle of the night, I am so out of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. All right.
That's why I sleep with it under my pillow.
That's a
So
good
I'm
move.
always ready.
A knife. I have it. I sleep with a
Oh,
knife in my
yeah.
hand.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we're 8 seconds in.
Okay.
We hear some more voices during this interaction between Giselle and Roman,
Okay.
and it's in Spanish. Cabron.
Is it Spanish or is it?
I think it is
Portuguese?
Spanish because I was thinking it was Portuguese because of where we were early in the movie, but they are from the previous movie, which took place in Okay, well, let's
All right,
get there.
Let's get to it.
So we hear some Spanish, and then these two guys come walking in speaking Spanish.
It's the two guys from the gas truck heist in the start of Fast 4.
Right, which I thought was also in Brazil, but it's actually Dominican Republic.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was the DR. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
so it
yeah.
would be Spanish.
Okay,
And the one guy says, I told you the skinny chick had balls.
in Spanish.
In
yeah.
Spanish, yeah. And
But they've never met her.
right,
So,
yeah. They
Have
haven't
they
met.
been watching through the window?
They
here,
haven't
or
met
what?
any of these people.
Maybe they heard about her. Okay.
They were, as far as we know, they were only in the heist scene at the beginning of Fast 4.
Yeah.
We haven't seen them since then.
Yeah.
Now, if you fast forward to Fast 9,
They're back.
you realize that Dom when he went to prison, he met them there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's how they're friends.
yeah. So that's how he
It
knows
says,
them.
looks like she started the party without us.
But they would know Han.
because
'cause
of
Han was in the
Han was in
heist
the
scene,
DR. Yep.
So she started the party without us.
But so they don't know anyone here other than Han. Han is here. He's not in this shot.
And Dom.
So these people don't know each other.
Yeah.
And I thought this was kind of funny. What's his name?
Roman.
Roman says, hey, anybody can talk crap in Spanish, homie. Which is kind of funny. It makes me think of, like, playing video games and how people will, like, say whatever they want
Right.
behind a screen. It's like
Right.
when you have this secondary layer of,
Right.
I don't
What are
know.
they going to do to me?
The irony, though, is the guy from the DR says, what's he saying?
Yeah.
To the other guy, because he doesn't understand English. Which, to be honest, isn't, like, you're going to choose that guy for your heist?
Right.
Doesn't speak English? That could be a concerning part. I don't know.
It's just funny. They're getting off on the wrong foot, as I would.
Yeah. A lot of tension.
Just like everybody wants to like prove themselves right off the bat.
Yeah.
But these guys are
Lot
kind of funny.
egos.
He goes, ugly is still ugly in Spanish or English. Oh my word. And apparently Roman caught Feo in there, which is ugly.
Oh.
And he said, you're too
Too
Feo.
fail. You
I'm not
ugly.
Feo. Too Feo.
No, too fail. So
Yeah.
now they're having this like childish argument. You're ugly. No, you're ugly. And Roman says, who are these clowns, man? To
Tej.
Ludacris. He says, circus clowns. So it's a whole lot of unfriendly banter. Nobody's
Yeah.
smiling, or you could have this whole conversation with laughs. Like,
Right.
I mean, even Tej and Roman were like giving each other a hard time, but they're buddies at least.
Yeah, they know each other.
Look, a little bug just landed on my microphone.
Flick it off.
All right, ready? Oh, he flew off.
Flew away.
Okay, I
Good
didn't
luck,
get to
buddy.
flick him.
So while they're bickering over there, Han comes strolling up. We don't know how he got there. He didn't come speeding in at 60
Oh, he
miles per
wasn't
hour.
already there?
Maybe he was. He's holding a bag, though.
He's probably sitting in the corner.
He just walked up.
Yeah.
And he walks up beside Giselle, who he's never met.
He doesn't know her.
No.
Oh, my word.
And he said, I thought cockfights were illegal in Brazil.
And then he pulls out a potato chip and eats
He's
it,
always eating.
which is funny. What is he eating there? Almost looks like a Doritos bag, but it says like Tostitos or something.
Yeah. They don't look like Doritos.
And he has the top folded down. Very, like, particular of him
Yeah.
to roll the top back on a little bag of chips. So this reminds me, though, our listeners should know this, but the whole thing with him always eating chips was because his character was supposed to always be smoking a cigarette and
Right.
they were making it more kid friendly, and switched him to eating potato chips all the time.
Yeah, he's always
So.
eating. Yeah.
He's still eating potato chips, but just goes to show he's just kind of chill.
So that was his
Cool.
opening line to Giselle, the only female so far. You think he's like, oh, this is my chance. I'm not like those guys. I'm a cool guy. You know what I mean?
Nah, he impresses women by drifting around them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just give them their number.
That's why you drift.
Well,
Remember?
yeah,
Why do we do this?
right.
Let me show you.
And she doesn't look impressed. And now here comes Dom and Brian and Mia.
Yep, rolling up to the group who strangely arrived alone without them. Would have been sort of appropriate,
Why
I feel
weren't
like,
they
if
there?
they were there
Right.
when everyone got there.
Right.
And he says, I see everyone's met.
And Giselle right away was like, when you called me to Rio, I thought it would be for something more exciting than this.
Also playing alpha female.
And if you remember,
Like, I'm too cool for this.
one of their last interactions in 4 was when they were like really close together, and she gave him directions to somewhere, and they were like
Oh,
touching
yeah.
arms and
Right.
Yeah.
Almost in love.
almost in love. I think she's like, oh, vacation with Dom and Rio.
Oh, that's the exciting thing.
Then
you
she
thought it'd
pulls
be.
into this warehouse.
Oh,
You know what's
man.
funny though? She had to rent that motorcycle,
Okay, I thought about this last week.
and he had to rent that Galaxy. Like, where did they?
In the middle of the week, I thought, okay, how in the world did they pull this crew together in Brazil? Like,
Yeah.
these people are all criminals. And they're like, hey, we need you here tomorrow at this specific location. Or they all happen to be there, but they all have vehicles, like you're
Right.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
they probably use Turo. You can get some special vehicles
yeah.
in Turo.
In 2000, when did this come out? 9.
Yeah. When did Turo come out? I bet 2016. Should we look it up?
Yeah. When did this movie come out first?
When did Toro car rental start? You look up the movie thing. 2009.
Really?
Yeah, the inception of Toro. Oops. Phone's still recording.
This movie came out in 2011. So yeah, Turo was a thing for 2 years. So,
Sweet.
so she said, I assumed it would be for something more exciting than this. Like, she doesn't even know what this is yet. Does she think it's just a party in a warehouse?
Yeah, I'm also confused. Like, doesn't Dom tell them? He's like, hey, can you meet me here in a different country?
Right.
And they're like, okay.
With a big heist. Like,
He won't be like, hey, so we're trying to take down the United States government. Like, we're in. You know, like, you think they'd want to know a little bit what's
Right.
going on.
yeah. Brian and Tej meet. Dom and Gal Gadot. I mean, it's
they embrace.
it's an embrace for sure.
I think Dom lost a little weight. He's looking thick but
Yeah.
chiseled.
Yeah. It went to his traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that skinny waist. Right? He must be summer. Yeah. He's getting a six-pack for the beach. Rio de Janeiro. You got to have a six-pack.
Oh, yeah.
Rio de Janeiro.
Mia meets these guys. I don't know if they're brothers, friends.
It's weird to wear a thong bathing suit if you don't have a six-pack. If you're a guy, at least, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or what do they call? I mean, a
I don't-
Brazilian bottom.
I don't trust anybody that doesn't have a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a thong.
My dad actually needed open heart surgery, and when I saw that the doctor didn't have a 6-pack, I
Like, nope.
canceled the surgery.
Right. And
Yeah. He ended up dying.
Did you
but
call him and
who
ask
knows
him
what
to
would have
text you a
happened.
picture, or how'd you find out?
that he didn't have a 6-pack?
Yeah.
He had a heavy paunch. It was just hanging.
Oh, you could
It
tell.
was like hanging over his belt. Like to go to the bathroom, he had to move his stomach out of the way. Type
you're
of
like,
thing.
that's highly unlikely. It's possible, but highly
Maybe
unlikely.
underneath of all that,
That's true. Everyone has a six-pack. You just
Yeah.
can't always
they're just
see
not
it.
visible. Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. Who wants a 6-pack when you could have a keg? Am I right?
That's right.
All right. Well, all right. Brian's meeting Roman. Mia's meeting the brothers.
Yeah, everyone's like happy to see the fam. Not each other, but like the three.
I don't
Brian,
know
Dom, and Mia.
why Brian. He says this all the time, and it always feels out of place for him. He says, "Yo, check this out."
Yo, check this out.
Yo,
like
che-
a little
yo,
bit
check
hood.
this out. Yeah.
But that is like a
Cuh.
Brian line.
Cuh.
Yeah. Well, is it always when he's talking to somebody that is African American?
Yeah, what is that called? Somebody at work told me that. When you
Oh.
change your like speech pattern based on
Yeah.
who you're talking to.
They said this is what Kamala Harris was doing.
Yes, in her speeches.
Yeah, because she would.
Where when she would talk to like southern states, she would put on a more
Right.
southern accent and
Should we
All
ask Grok? Nah, we keep this. We're
we're already at 27 minutes.
Oh baby,
All right.
10 seconds left. Let's.
So there's some
send
more
it.
there's some more introductions here. We can
Oh yeah, I did think it was interesting that like Dom's meeting Tej and Roman, and he wasn't in the second movie, so he
Right.
doesn't know them.
Right.
So he's like, "Oh, best circuit on the East Coast," and Dom's like, "Oh, I heard a lot about you." To Roman, you know, it's just funny that like they've never met.
I don't know. He doesn't say anything to Roman.
Oh, Brian saying this is Roman. We
Yeah.
go way back. I met this guy in juvie.
Roman and Dom just stare at each other.
Yeah, it's like two egos are like, we're both the strong, muscly, bald-headed guy.
We're
Who's
both
in charge here?
friends. I was his friend first. No, I was his friend first. Yeah.
But Dom has always been in charge, except when Dom isn't there. And
Oh, he
then
does
Brian's
say
in charge.
heard about you. You're right. He said heard
Okay,
about
so
you.
just heard about you.
Yeah. Sorry.
But like when it was Roman and Brian still called the shots.
Right.
When it's Brian and Dom calls the shots. So
That's true.
it's not like Roman and Dom are like, who's going to be the big man in charge?
Right.
Because Roman really never was.
No.
I think it's more of a who's Brian's best friend.
I guess you can have like an
He's
ego
my
without
friend.
being the alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think a lot of this here is egos and wanting to be the alpha. The alpha, I feel like, is the guy who actually ends up running things. Like
Yeah.
Dom is definitely the alpha.
Yeah.
And some of these guys want to be that. And they got the ego that maybe they think they are. But
Yeah.
who will end up on top
Oh, I
of
hope
this
it's Dom.
cockfight?
But that's the end of minute 44.
Yeah, we should wrap this up. We're about to hit 30 minutes on this episode. That's
All right, let's wrap it up
crazy.
before we get there. Thanks everyone for listening. Don't forget to check out our Patreon for cool prizes sometimes every month.
Giveaways and great discussions.
Yeah, in the Discord.
And sometimes vacations. We will take you on trips. That's true.
I've taken a number of patrons on trips or gone on trips with a number of patrons.
Your wife doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
But we have taken our fans out to car events and things like that.
That's true.
And we plan to do it more.
Yeah.
So get involved, support us, support yourselves, support your mental health by joining our Patreon. And give it away as a gift. If you have a father-in-law or brother-in-law who you don't have a gift idea for, this would be a great gift. You're
For
going to love
Father's
it.
Day.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And always remember.
Winning's winning.